We had an expert on, an evolutionary biologist called Simon Watt. So the second half of the show is always somebody who's an actual expert in their field. And he talked about the wolverine frog, which if it is attacked, it breaks its own bone and it puts it out through its leg and it uses it to fend off attackers.
Oh, and just so you all know, that wasn't the disgusting one. That was the kind of relatively normal.
What was the disgusting one?
It was just this frog that basically grew, the Myers Suriname toad, it grew its young under a flap of skin, sorry, eating their dinner, on its back.
And
then they just hopped out when they were ready.
Out, yeah.
So childbirth was just of the baby's own accord whenever it felt like it would just...
Oh, God, you've been waiting months then.
Like, seriously, sitting there comfy.
So the
like
pregnancy...
It was like what?
Like a blister.
Like a blister.
Like a blister.
That's a great way of describing it.
Yeah.
A blister with living things deciding to just get out whenever it wanted. It was...
So that's what he told us in the second half, right? But in the first half is me telling Dave kind of related facts or him telling me related facts. So that's where the pregnancy test frog came in. So for a good 30 years...
But how can you... how do you tell you're
for
pregnant?
a good 30 years, this wasn't for frogs, this was for women. They would get women's urine and they would inject it into a frog. It was called the Hogman test. And he had figured out that if you did that and the frog then spontaneously laid eggs, that meant that the urine from the woman had the hormones, pregnancy hormones in it. So for 30 years...
Where? What country?
This is what all the questions I asked, Karen, thank you. When? 16 what? He was like, no,
exactly.
1930s to 1960s.
Well, where?
Britain, here, yeah.
And with the frog, did you ask this, Dave? Did the female frog have to interact with the male frog?
No.
It was purely the woman, the human
so it was
urine.
a woman's urine, yeah. The question is how did the guy figure this out in the first place? That is the question.
What
was he
leap
doing?
of lateral thinking was, I have a bit of this and I have a bit of that, and all of a sudden I've got a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
But how did they discover that that's how you could discover it?
He was Boris Johnson's grandfather.
What?
He wasn't.
I was just about to say, he didn't tell me that.
There was somebody who needed a pregnancy test in those days.
Before Clearblue, yeah.
Okay, listen, for 20 years, we're used to hearing yourself and Dermot on the radio.
Keep his name out of your mouth.
Get ready for a slap.
You're not going to hit me now, are you? But, you know, is Neil the homewrecker?
Well, it's an open relationship. The other thing is, do you know what? I have a mission. My mission is to work with every male Irish comedian in Ireland. I'm just really, really slow. So I've done 20 years with Dermot.
Yeah.
I've got a few weeks with this fella. No, as Neil said, we've always wanted to work together. We did that sitcom. It was the first thing we properly tried together, and it really worked. We had great fun doing it. We realised we bounced off each other quite well. And then when we kind of said, let's take it to the next thing. So Dermot is the biggest supporter of me in the same way that I am with him. I know he was on with you guys recently talking about his meditation.
That's right.
Oh,
His
yeah.
book, his tour. Like, we are each other's biggest fans. So this is completely with his blessing. He knows about it, I
So
think.
there's an understanding.
There's a huge understanding, absolutely. Because, I mean, like, we work together so often, as you guys know. Like, we're with each other every day for 20 years. 2002 is when we began on the radio together. But it's important, I think, then to do other things. You know, we've always done, he went off and did stand up on his own, you know, years ago. We've done that together now since. I'm a musician, we do lots of that stuff, you know, so there's lots of different things that we do together, but I think it's important to be able to kind of separate and just do individual stuff as well.